Hey YouTube, Shelko04 here. So today I want to talk to you about home defense or home hardening 101. This is part 3 in my series. We're going to talk about lighting and cameras and modifications and upgrades you can make to your property then. So at this point you've already downloaded and created or drawn up a map of your property. And then in the first series we talked about measuring and the importance of mapping and coming up with rally points and alternate rally points. In this video we're talking about lighting. So we've got the house here, as you know, in the middle. And what I've done with the blue, this is where I would put a security camera in each one of the corners. Wait, I stand corrected. This is where I would put exterior. Now, would I put lighting there? Let me think for a minute. Yeah, I guess I would put the lighting here. You know, the problem with lighting, my concern is you don't want the place to look like some sort of prison compound. So whether you put the lighting in the middle of the roof or on the corner of the roof is sort of a decision you've got to make on the fly. And I can argue both ways. So here's the issue. Either lighting in the middle or lighting on the ends, and then wherever you don't go with the lighting, I would put cameras. And you can get those little, they look like a tennis ball, those little cameras that are IR sensitive and have little IR emitters on them so they see at night somewhat. And let me see if I've got a picture of one of those. No, I do not. So, getting back to the issue at hand. Okay, so what I would do is put up the cameras and put up the lighting around the house and just have the house illuminated like a normal, regular house. Like I said, you don't want this thing looking like some sort of compound or prison complex. Then out here, these red areas, now this is where it starts to get interesting. These are where I would position solar power floodlights. Solar power motion activated floodlighting. Again, solar power so you don't have to run lines out to each one of them. Floodlights so they'll cast a lot of light. But the next problem, or the next question as I raised initially is, you don't want this place to look like some sort of prison complex. So here's what I propose. What a fella could do is find a light like this on eBay. And this is a solar-powered floodlight with a motion detector here. There's the motion detector. Here's the solar cell. Now, as it is, this light is about $24, I think. As it is, this light will turn your yard into a compound, because this light head right here sucks. Those are LEDs, and those are great, but what it's going to do is it's going to cast a hell of a lot of light, and that's, like I said, going to light your property up like a ball field. So, what do? Also on eBay, you can find an IR, night vision IR illuminator lamp. $17. And what you can do is splice this into your solar floodlight, and instead of casting visible light, what you'll do now is cast infrared light. And what that'll do is, from the standpoint of the cameras that you've got here, now you're broadcasting or filling this whole area here with non-visible light that the cameras will be able to pick up. So, for just a couple of bucks, you've taken your yard and really lightened it up from the standpoint of what your cameras can see, but you haven't turned it into a ball field, which would draw attention. Just something to consider. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Otherwise, I ask you to subscribe, and please go on to my next installment on home hardening, home defense 101. Talk to you then. Shelko04, out.